Hello everyone, my name is Lauren. This is the Project 2 final presentation of the level and all of the things we learned to do for in blueprinting. So I'm gonna just pretty much jump right in and show you what I got done. So over here I have the particle system trigger setup, where if you enter into the trigger, it will initiate the particle. When you step out of the trigger, the system stops. This is good for loading and when you go into certain areas, when to go in and it triggers a particle. That way it's not playing all the time and it only plays when you're in that area. Or if there's only a certain part that it needs to play in, then it's more effective and it's not just running in the background while you're off doing other things in another area. So like I said, you go in and the particle starts playing. When you back out, it'll stop. And for this one, this is a door unlock. So when you step into the trigger box, it unlocks the door, which you can then enter in. And then there is a cue sound attached to it to play an unlocking sound. And just ahead of me is another trigger box, which initiates a car horn. This is good for if you're passing by a window and there's supposed to be a specific sound like yelling or screaming or, fighting going outside. It's a good way to have that play briefly to help kind of enhance the player's experience. Over here, I have two triggers open. Um, The box and the light trigger are in two different areas in the level as well. I will show you those in just a moment. But for this one, there is a trigger box that initiates turning a light on and off. It is done in with a timeline node, so you can go in, it'll turn on, it'll turn off. I believe it was done with Sugasur, my apologies. So you go into the trigger, light turns on, step out, turns off. Alrighty, and then for this one, it is a specific object in the trigger box. So this trigger box is only supposed to recognize this specific cube. So when this cube enters into this trigger box, the light will turn green, signifying that the correct object is in its correct spot. So I'll go ahead and show you this in action. As you can see, might have been a little too extreme on that, but as you saw, the trigger box initiated the green, signifying that the right box is in the correct area. And again, there is another box puzzle system over in this area as well. So, see if I can show you a little bit more gently this time. Like I said, as you can see, the light is green because that specific box is in the correct trigger. And then for this one here, this one is basically just a falling platform. You go up and it falls. So if you're walking along and it's like a survival horror game, you're walking along and it's an old creaky house and the wood has been eaten away and it's rotten. It's a good way to kind of give you a jolt, and it's an easy way to make the game more interesting. Then the last piece I have is over in this area, oops, not up the stairs, where it signifies flashing lights on a repeated timeline. So you go into the trigger and it initiates the sequence of the lights flashing, and it's good for the horror games where they're trying to create the anxiety in you. Alrighty, well that's all I've got for you today. So thank you so much for your time.